No. I put the koi back onto this adjustable stand again using the Carve screw so that I can flip it over and work all around it. And what I'm going to do now is just clean up all of this surface up to the gills, up to this part and down through to the tail. I'm going to use my rasps, or I'm going to use my spoke shave, or I'm going to use my scrapers, such as this one. A little trick here, if you've got an old pair of scissors and you can knock the rivet out, then you've got quite a good scraper, like this. So I'll scrape the surface, get it nice and clean, nice and smooth, all the way up to here. And then I'll go through my sanding and sand the whole surface. So this surface now will look like the head. The bit that I won't sand will be the tail. So I will just clean this up as neatly as I can, because we're going to put flutes and things in there. So certainly come back to here with the sanding and then just clean this up with the spoke shave or something. I've now sanded the surface, so that feels very nice. The backbone line is nice and true and curving around. So turning now properly to the tail, if you look at this this piece of wood, the grain came along here. So the strength of the grain, the strength is like this. So you can see as you come to this corner, that's going to be quite weak and tend to break off. This corner has quite long grain here, long fibres, so quite strong. So we need to do something about this, and what I suggest we do is we actually take this corner off like this. What I did was I got a piece of paper and I made an outline of my tail like that. There's also a centre line here down the middle of the fish where the symmetrical tail comes in, so that's there. And then I sort of drew a bit like that. And I drew a bit like that, and then I filled it in like so. So what I ended up was this shape. So that shape I'm going to draw on here. So here it is, going to come round here, round there, and there'll be probably a little bit of rounding off over here. So, and there's our line down the middle. So I'm now going to cut that out with a bandsaw. Oh, sorry. I'm going to cut this out with a coping saw. Okay, so what I did was I twisted the blade in the saw, so I'm going to have to replace it. I don't have a spare coping saw blade, it's down at the other workshop. So let's say I didn't have a coping saw, how might I remove this piece of wood? Well, I can do it with a straight saw by making my first cut across here. So I could have made 2 cuts like that. I can take this corner off here. And then either I can use a knife like this and sort of trim that round, or this way, putting my thumb behind the door like that, or I can use a rasp and shape that around. I'd want to clean this up with a rasp anyway. Here's the rasp being used upside down. Got my nice line going around. So, one way or the other, we get a profile like this, and then we can start putting our flutes in here.